festivities at its finest. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan here with my partners Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Tonight, the best shooters in the NBA battle it out in the three-point contest. It's time to find out which player has what it takes to beat the clock and his opponents.
And as with all the All-Star festivities, the three-point contest is about having fun, a good time. But still, that doesn't mean the competitive juices won't be flowing.
Now, no question, Clark, these guys are in it to win it. There's a lot of pride on the line when you're up against your peers like this, but I do feel that the guys who perform the best are the ones who relax and just enjoy the experience.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here. Nice thing about this format is that everyone starts each round with a clean slate.
Yeah, and even if you're the last place qualifier from the previous round, you still have a chance to win it all.
Yeah, it really is just about getting hot at the right time. You just want to advance out of that first round and then get hot from there.
You know, some people probably like being first, maybe less pressure in a way with no scores put up to contend with.
Yeah, I think it's to the player's advantage for sure, Clark, because you can just put up a number. You don't have to think about anything other than getting on a roll, and then you go back to the bench, see what everybody else does.
He's got 10. He can only get one shot to fall off the rack. Now with 11. He's got 12. 14 points is his total as the round comes to a close. I'd say he handled that round pretty well, guys.
Kevin, I think he'd be real pleased with that score. I mean, it can always be a little bit higher, but that was plenty good.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. He's probably happy with it, not ecstatic, but, you know, he did his job and put up a pretty good number.
And so here's Parker now.
Well, like they say, Steve, and it's true, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So it's essential that a player keeps a fast pace and gets to all 25 balls before the buzzer.
Yeah, and it's really a balance, Clark, because you can't race through them either. If you do, you're going to fall out of your rhythm. So it's a fine line between being focused and being quick, and you've got to find that balance.
11 points. Money ball, no good. He's got 12. Good for 13. Down to the final rack.
Good momentum here to close it out.
He comes away with a total of 15 points. I'd say a solid showing from him.
Well, the way he closed out the round was the most important and the most impressive thing. I mean, he just caught fire at the right time, really turned in an impressive performance.
Your memory has to be very short in this format, like less than a second. You have to put every miss right behind you. Forget about it.
Yeah, because one miss can easily turn into 2 and then 3, and then you start racing because you're worried about the clock, and before you know it, you're pretty much out of it.
Boy, a little raggedy out of the gates here.
Now with 4. 5 points now.
Look, he just had a flat tire. He's gone off the rails. 3 bad racks in a row.
6. 7 points. Gets the money ball. He's got 10. 11 on the board. He completes the round with 13 points. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
Kevin, I think he'd be real pleased with that score. I mean, it can always be a little bit higher, but that was plenty good.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. He's probably happy with it, not ecstatic, but, you know, he did his job and put up a pretty good number.
You know, he's got to get at least 13 here. That seems doable to me.
A good chance for him here. That score is beatable. 2 points. Now 3 points.
2 straight tough racks.
Four points.
He needs 8 points more to stay in contention.
5 more points to stay in it. Down to the final rack. 3 more points to stay in contention. He gets to the 10-point mark for the round. Well, not his finest showing. I think we can all agree he could have done a lot better.
Yeah, he was totally inconsistent out there. You know, we always talk about guys getting into a rhythm in this event, and he just never was able to do that.
And so we'll see Kevin Durant.
A lot of people wondered how Durant would play when he first came into the league, whether he'd be a 3 or a 4. It doesn't really matter what position he is. He can play any spot because he's got incredible touch and great range.
And he needs at least 13 here to avoid elimination.
Yeah, he's got it in him. I mean, it's going to require a pretty good effort out of him, but it's right there for him.
He needs 8 points more. 6. 3 racks down, 2 to go.
6 more points to stick around.
Now 8 points.
And Durant really starting to light it up now, guys.
1 more to stay alive. 13 points is his total as the round comes to a close. Well, a very respectable performance from him there, guys.
Kevin, I think he'd be real pleased with that score. I mean, it can always be a little bit higher, but that was plenty good.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. He's probably happy with it, not ecstatic, but, you know, he did his job and put up a pretty good number.
And so we'll see. It can be a big advantage going last. He knows the score he needs to beat in order to qualify.
This is it, Steve, bringing up the rear.
Yeah, you know, everyone's already put forward with their best effort already, so he knows the number to beat. He knows what he's up against, and now it's just a matter of getting into his groove.
11 straight, he's raining them down. It's tied up. That shot puts him in first. One after another, after another. How in the world is he doing it?
He's finding that touch now.
21. 5 big points on that rack alone. That's 24. He's at 25. Makes it 4 straight for him. Almost everything fell for him. 28 points. What an unbelievable round. Right away you could tell it was going to be special.
No, I mean, his streak of made buckets went, well into double digits. I'm not sure the exact number, but, man, he was on fire.
D's got to be the favorite going into the final. Don't you think, guys?
Yeah, obviously he's the guy with all the momentum. I mean, he'd probably like to go first just to keep that momentum going. But I still think he'll be fine going last.
Well, especially with his confidence as sky high as it must be right now. I'm sure he'll want to know exactly what that target number is.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here. He's got 24 seconds here to put up as many points as he can. So here's Durant now. And Kevin Durant's size, Steve. There was some temptation there to play him at the 4. And sometimes he does actually in a small lineup for Oklahoma City. Clark, I think you want a shooter like him out on the wing where there's some space and he can do some things.
Yeah, a guy like that needs room to run wild and do his thing. And he's gazelle-like and a lethal scorer, so you got to give him all the room and space that he requires to be effective.
He doesn't need to do too much here to get past that mark.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here. He squeaked into this round with the lowest qualifying score so far. He's the first one to go in this one.
You can be sure of this. Whether it's an exhibition or not, the pressure to perform is still pretty great in the three-point shootout.
Oh, make no mistake. These guys are competitive. They got a lot of pride. They want to win. But they've got to stay cool and controlled while they're out there. It's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah. He's really cooling off here.
Now with 4. He's got 5. Can't get the money ball.
Struggling big time.
His 5th consecutive miss. Gets the money ball. Now 8 points.
And the young fella, Klay, making it look very easy out here.
He barely cracks double digits with 10 points. That's far below what he's capable of doing when he's on his game.
Yeah, he missed a string of 7 straight shots there, Kevin. Looked like he had a little hitch in his release.
And so here's Parker now. 10 points would tie him, or he can take the lead. Misses for the 4th straight time.
Tough rack right there.
What can you say? 1 point.
Hey, yeah, that's right. A sluggish beginning.
No good with his fourth in a row. 8 more points for him to tie it up. Now 3 points.
That's 3 racks in a row now that have given him fits.
7 more points and he'll tie it up. He misses his 4th straight.
7 more points and he'll tie it.
Well, I think, yeah, that's it. He's done.
Yep, he can't make it up in these last few shots, Kevin.
Well, thanks for coming. We will see you next year.
He registers only 5 points. Pretty dismal shooting out there, boys.
Yeah, that 0 for 6 start just didn't get him in the right frame of mind, and that's how the round began. He just couldn't find it from that point.
And so we'll see D. He had the highest score in the last round. Let's see if he can do it again here in the finals.
Somehow he made it through to the final, shooting a score in the first round that usually isn't going to get you close to qualifying.
Yeah, he's got some of the other guys to thank for that. It was an ugly round for quite a few players, but maybe this round will tell a different story.
3 more points will tie it.
He's got 10. Got it, and that's all she wrote. That does it, folks.
Yep, that's the winning score. Yeah, might as well jack up a few more shots just for fun.
7 straight, he's stringing them together. Now up to 18. He's 4 for 4 on money balls. 21, up to 22.
Feeling he's in the zone.
Coolly knocks down his 5th straight. A huge score, 26 points. Wow, how about that performance, guys? Man, nice work.
How about that finish, guys? I mean, his last 6 shots found the bottom of the net.
And that brings the 3-point contest to a close. Coming out on top of the kind of field we had here tonight says so much about our champion this year.
Now, how much fun was that? That could be the highlight of this year's All-Star festivities, guys.
Well, for me, Clark, the 3-point contest usually is. I was just happy to have a ringside seat for it.
And from all of us here at 2K Sports, we're thrilled to have brought you this year's 3-point contest. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, saying so long and thanks for watching.